Listen to this crowd energy. Every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Dogs will kick this deep, begin the game. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Two backs now flanking the quarterback. Opening play at the drive, quick throw to the left. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And here's a carry for the fullback. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Let's face it, we all want a team full of guys that can just make big plays and get first downs and touchdowns. But you know what? You got to have a big man. You can just turn it to him and hand him the ball, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
And on the carry, he's heading left. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score.
Well, you could just feel the home crowd standing on their feet when this running back had a chance to start to accelerate downfield. They know exactly what this guy is capable of doing and that he can flat out go. He took off on that one.
Will he score here? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down play coming up. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around, to give him a chance to get out in space, are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line.
A lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
First down for the offense.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right side. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Throws it to the right. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Oh my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew it. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it and just misses it.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He's looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, incomplete. He's very lucky that wasn't intercepted here on the opening possession. Like to have that one back. It's going to bring up 4th down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Here's the throw deep downfield. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
They test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking for his big tight end. And it's complete downfield. Brought out of the 47, and that will move the sticks.
What a nice find there by the quarterback on 3rd down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on 3rd down. Being a good 3rd down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
And that's a solid game before the defense is able to bring him down. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. And they'll use the ground game here. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. And it's the tight end trying to power for the 1st down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The Knowles moving quickly down the field here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
Looking to pass. It's Kromenhoek. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here,
He's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So here we go now, 3rd and short from the opponent's 24-yard line. What will the offense choose to do at this point? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And they add to their lead. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Remember, that last possession went for it on 4th down and got stopped, ended up costing them a field goal. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Pickup of 15. And first down for the offense.
Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be 1st down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Pass rush closing in. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. And the Bulldogs come up to the line in the hurry-up. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense facing 3rd down after the incompletion. And the quarterback dropping back. He'll take a deep shot here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Time for one more play here in the quarter. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida State 10, Georgia 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Toss play to the outside. That run moves the ball across the 40.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Picks up 1. 4th down coming up.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Back to throw. It's Kromenhoek. He's got it. Enough for a 1st down.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. Handoff on a single back formation. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Picks up 1. Brings up 2nd down.
The offense with some pre-snap motion. Give it to the back again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. When they don't block the defensive end, it shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The Dogs hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Trying for a 4th down completion. Hit as he released it. And it's incomplete on 4th down. The offense will now take over in plus territory.
Really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Ball handed off. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Knowles. Just ran away from the defense. He just breaks away and takes it to the house from distance. That's an elite running back type of play.
You know, when he got out into the open field, I didn't know if he had the speed to take that thing all the way to the house, but he does. That's next-level speed.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return.
And the Georgia offense will take over. 1st and 10.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And here comes a deep shot. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the 2nd half.
2nd down after the incompletion. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Florida State.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
PAT makes it a 17-7 game. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Georgia, 7.
On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. The Seminoles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Toss it to the back, running left. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. And they pick up the 1st on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Now, a 4th down.
And the Noles will come to the line, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Timeout, Georgia.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
You cannot be serious. The head coach going for it. Backed up to his own end zone. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the 1st down? And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this fourth down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that first down.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to throw it on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime.
Timeout, Georgia.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds.
Falls incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And looking for a big play here. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Tackled after the interception. That would be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick this away to start the second half. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Bain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Off target with the throw, incomplete.
It leads to second down.
Here's the second down play. Here comes a handoff. Breaking free at midfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And he drops back in the gun. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. He finds his man. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
First down, looking to throw the football. Oh, that one's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 22. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. To the air, it's Kromenhoek. Caught quickly. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many...
Junior steps up and makes an impact play. The Noles looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
2nd down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's going for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 10. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9.
For this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, they're just not successful here on 2nd and goal, but let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They've looked good on these first 2 opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage, bringing up 3rd down.
3rd down and goal. Crucial play coming up. Looking to throw. It's Kromenhoek. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance for the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. The extra point makes it a 17-point game.
Florida State 24, Georgia 7.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. He goes down, but snags the ball, gives this defense a takeaway. guys up front lined up. It's first down. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pressure gets home. It's a sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
Dropping back, it's Kromenhoek. He's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's got it for a big gain. Touchdown, Florida State. And this one is getting ugly.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Georgia, 7. Return goes out of bounds.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick in the very first play. Makes the catch. It's Evans. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
The pocket breaking down. Doesn't get rid of it. He's brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. That's a huge loss. Dogs will crank up the tempo.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. It's a big third down defensive play. Defense not pressing this time. Needs a completion here on fourth down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking to throw. It's Kromenhoek. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. With the catch, it's Lucas. Touchdown, Knowles. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
This one will be fair caught. First down here for this offense. It's a draw play. Breaking free at the 35. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
First down for the offense. the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida State 38, Georgia 7.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. And then first down, right back to the running game. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw.
Another pick. Wow, that's the fourth tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Makes a quick catch. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. Breaks loose at the 40. It's a huge gain across midfield. Ball will be spotted about the 31.
Really nice run by the back, but I want to give credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for the first down.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the deep shot falls incomplete. But wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. It's a turnover.
Just a critical error here by this offense late in the game, working with the lead. The last thing you want to see is obviously a turnover. But give credit to this defense. They got the ball back to their own offense, and now they got a real shot.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. He's running out of time here. And that's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. Looking to pass here on second down. He's hit as he throws it. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32. What's the call here? The drive begins with excellent field position. And now a carry here for the fullback. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
And the point after is right down the middle. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. First play of the drive, they look to the right. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Direct snap to the back. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at 38. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Pressure is coming. They hit him behind the line, and out comes the football. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back, and I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Catch made down inside the 25. Touchdown, Georgia. Made the defense look slow that time.
You know the most impressive thing to me, Chris? I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. And I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line.
Well, the defense wasn't quite able to keep him out of the end zone for the touchdown, but how about the job of just having a short memory? Just put that out of your mind, rally to this football, and keep them short of the 2-point conversion.
And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. And this home crowd ready to celebrate a very satisfying home victory. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Toss play. Back heads to his right. Breaks loose at the 45. Big gain across midfield. Tackle finally made to the 32.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Catch made, a lot of space now. Touchdown, Florida State. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.